we're going to be drawing a rocket ship. Now, rocket ships are fun, they're fast, and they might be the future of humanity. So let's draw one. Today I'm going to be drawing a classic Buck Rogers Flash Gordon style rocket ship. Now they were cigar shaped. So let's draw a cigar shape first. We're going to put the nose of the rocket ship here and draw a large curved line most of the way across the page. Next, what we're going to want to do is create a mirror or complementary line to complete the cigar shape. That's good enough. Next, you're going to want to connect these 2 points with a semicircle. I'll show you why later. To keep this spaceship stable, you're going to want to give it little rudders. That can be easily done by making a diagonal line and then a line that follows this way the spaceship is going. Do that on both sides. And then bring these rudders back in with curved lines. Now I'm doing this while I'm talking and from behind a camera, so it's not coming out as well as it ordinarily would. But you're getting the general idea, I hope. Next, let's place a little window up here in the nose cone so we know where the astronauts are and so that they can look out into space. I like to make the windows on a spaceship square, just like in an airplane. Next, we can kind of color in the nose cone a little bit. And put some little hash mark details right here on the rudders. I think that looks rather smart. Now we can decorate this any way you want. You could draw a bird of prey, or, I don't know, whatever symbol represents your country. For my country, it's a bird of prey. But because I can't really draw one that easily, I'm going to make it say USA. And a lot of rocket ship toys will have that kind of a marking. All that's left is the fire coming out of the rocket, or the exhaust. An easy way to do that is to make a large curved line from the top of the rocket that gets a little bit wider than the rocket, but that comes back and makes a point like that, or swoops up a little like that. It will make a point, because we're going to build off of that and finish a flame shape. Now some lines in the flame will give it some depth, as well as giving the appearance that the end is very bright. And there we are. It's not the best spaceship, but it is our spaceship. And that's all that's important. I hope you enjoyed drawing today, and if you did, please post a copy of what you've drawn. Send me a message or put a link down in the comments. Can you still do that on YouTube? Well, I guess we'll find out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, the share button,
using your hand.
subscribe.
But we're not going to just trace our hand because tracing our hand, it's going to make it look like a hand and not Michigan. So we are going to learn how to use our hand just to get the basic size and shape, but we're going to change it to make it look like it's actually a map of Michigan. So we're going to start by putting our hand on the paper, and we're going to put it so our thumb almost touches the outside edge of the paper, but not quite. Okay? I'm going to take my ring off for a second so it's not in the way. Almost touches the edge, but not quite. And then we want to make sure that our wrist is about where the bottom of the paper is. Not quite off the edge, but almost where the bottom of the paper is. Okay? So I'm going to be using a permanent marker to draw my map of Michigan. You're probably going to want to use a pencil just to make sure that it doesn't, so that if you make mistakes you can erase that. I'm just using permanent marker so you can see it a little better. So we're going to start over here on the side, and when we are drawing our map of Michigan, we are going to start just a little outside of our hand, and we're going to draw a line that curves in towards our hand, and then when it gets about to our knuckles, where our knuckles start, it's going to curve back out just slightly. So I'm going to turn my hand so you can see a little better. Curve out just slightly, and then it's going to curve back to touch the corner of our pinky. Alright, so then I'm going to move my pinky over so it's out of the way, and I'm going to make a little line that comes in, and it's going to make kind of a W shape because there's a little peninsula, there's a little bay with a peninsula there. And then we're going to draw that line so it comes up just a little bit further and curves in just a little bit. Then we're going to do another kind of stair step, but a little bit curvy stair step, up and over. You can see I'm almost touching this finger now. And then we're going to draw up and curve around. Okay? So now we have half of Michigan drawn, and I can actually kind of move my hand over now so that my middle finger is in line with the top of this. And we're going to make it so that the next part comes over a little bit. It's going to curve down and out past my hand like that. There's going to be a little kind of C shape that goes in and back out. And then it's going to go out a little bit further and go down about almost just a little past my knuckle. It's going to curve back in towards my hand just a tiny bit, down, in towards my hand a little bit, and then it's going to go down kind of like into my thumb area, but it's going to go down and almost touch my thumb, but not quite. And then it's going to curve back up. It's going to be kind of a boxy shape. It's going to curve and then stop just a little bit before the end of my thumb. And then this thumb on Michigan is going to actually have a straight line that comes down, just like that, just a little ways, just about in line with my knuckle again. And then it's going to curve out just a tiny bit and back in like that, like half of a triangle. I'm going to do a little curve in and out and in again. And then one more curve that comes down to about my wrist. And then we have our lower peninsula. And we need to finish it off. We actually need to make this come out just a tiny bit more. And then we're going to make stair steps. So we're going to start here, and we're going to bring our line over, do a stair step up, and another line over to connect. So there we have our lower peninsula. The next thing we need to do is make our upper peninsula. We need to make what it's going to look like in the